right. Thank everybody for tuning in to the nation. I thank you guys all for the support, the love that you guys bring left and right. There's so many things on my mind, but let me just say this. Going forward, you know, if Ezekiel Elliott was to jaywalk, this would have made headline news. This would have been all around the world twice, coming back even 3 times on this Sunday. So not trying to be a complete Ezekiel Elliott apologist. You know, being a celebrity out there in this world, you are being pulled from so many angles. But the annoyed fans who paid all their hard-earned money to get out there to see, you know, what's going on with the fantasy football convention, there are going to be kickbacks. There are going to be problems. There are going to be these type of things that happen. And you guys got to look at it from the other angle, not just trying to be the apologist for Ezekiel Elliott. What I'm saying is collectively, the guy been through a lot, as we're talking about endorsement, as we talk about money that he lost out there on the field because of the Roger Goodells of the world, right? And we know that he don't even have even half of the endorsements that Dak Prescott is generating because of these things right here. The problem is with this, and we can talk about this on so many high levels, is that we put players sometimes on such a high pedestal that we forget the main thing. We worry about the peas and miss the meat. This thing is right here. I do know that this particular fan and some others that waited in line forever and a day. But just put yourself in Ezekiel Elliott's shoes. I do know that somebody going to say, well, hell, his shoes are like $7 to $8 million a year. Man, what you talking about, bruh? But what I'm talking about is this right here. Collectively, the money that Ezekiel Elliott do not have because of Roger Goodell and all of these shenanigans with the on the field, off the field stuff is just crazy. But you neither here nor there. Shout out to the Star Telegram for this article, what have you, and they're getting feedback from what happened with Ezekiel Elliott.
To get nothing.
So originally I had bought a Legends Pass, which is $1,000. I also bought a booth, which was $1,900, so almost $3,000. Not to mention the mini footballs that I bought. I waited in line 2.5 hours. They told us he was signing 2 items. That's why you see me with 2 footballs. I get there 5 minutes before I'm there, and they said that it has to be merchandise that only his merchandise.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, I'll buy your merchandise even though I don't want it, but can you please sign these footballs?
Hey, now see, this is the problem that gets me. You say you will buy the merchandise even though you don't want it. Then get off my line. I don't want to do nothing for you. This is my brand. And if you want to come to me saying that I want to buy your merchandise even though I don't want it, you getting on my nerves at this point. So I'm like this. Hey, I'm not finna do anything extra for you. You telling me that you don't want my product. Now think about this. Ezekiel Elliott was the guy that was out there sweat, blood, and tears out there on the field. He was the one that's out there training. He's the one that's out there lifting weights. He is the one that have to go through on and off the field. Now, of course, we do as, I guess, fans, fan base, meaning short for fanatics. We as fans, we always say, well, this is all hard-earned money. But think about the other side of the table. This guy don't have no endorsement deals, for one. And then on top of that, too, as well, his name is being drugged throughout the media. He cannot get half of the endorsement deals, like I said before, of a Dak Prescott. So we can get out there saying, well, I have my fans, I have this. That's why, technically, that's why I don't do these type of conventions. That's why I don't go out there, and that's why I really don't wear no man's jersey. I wear nobody's name but my own, not trying to sully or denigrate people out there who wear other people's name on their back, but my name is my name. I just don't do that. But at the end of the day, I respect people and their time. That's why I always say when I close out on my videos, that's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours, because time is everything in this world. And we taking Ezekiel Elliott away from the football field to go sit down in a 10-hour, 12-hour session to sign some autographs for people who say, well, I don't want to buy your merchandise, but anyway, I'm going to buy it so you can. That's some crazy stuff. So to me personally, this guy right here is allegory. Hey, the guy, if you waited 2 or 3 hours in there and you spend $3,000, that's shame on you. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, These guys are not robots. These guys are not saying out here saying, okay, I'm going to sit 12 hours so you can sign this little autograph. No, it don't work that way. If you approach somebody like a man, you get treated like a man.
Because I have a fantasy sports page, and my followers like collector's items, and they said no, they did not let me purchase the merchandise, and they would not sign anything for me.
Tell me about when you walked up and did a video with him in the background.
Well, yeah, you know, after sitting there for about an hour and a half, again, being told that we can get 2 items, I walked up, he told us no, so I just took a little quick video, just said, took a quick, video of my helmet, said, standing here for an hour and a half, Zeke won't sign this item because we didn't buy his merch. Thanks, Zeke.
So he's sitting here complaining about he been sitting there standing for an hour and a half. These guys are professional athletes. They have to get there. And think about this. This is not a paid, this is like pretty, just to be honest with you guys, I'm thinking that most of the Cowboys players that's out there, they doing it off of GP. You know, that's what we call general principle. They doing it off of the flavor of love. They doing it off of the simple strength that this is Tony Romo's event. And they say, okay, dog, I got you. You know, I'm going to do this thing for you. I know you don't have the resources and money. You taking my time away this Saturday. I'm a multi-millionaire. I can be on Tahiti. I can be in Maui. I can be anywhere in the world that I want to be right now. But I'm here for the fans today. These 2 guys, they should be happy and excited that they are in the same presence of the room of Ezekiel Elliott. I know it kind of sounds crass, but to me personally, you got to understand from what aspect of what level of kind of throwing Ezekiel Elliott under the bus that Roger Goodell's did last year. And I do know that some people are already going to say, well, this guy's a douchebag. But you got a camera, a freaking camera, cell phone in this man's face doing a little selfie interview. You didn't ask this man, hey, can I, if you don't mind, since I've been sitting here for 2 hours, let me go ahead and record you right quick. It does not work that way. He better be glad that the people say, hey, let me get that camera from out you, bruh, because you didn't get no free clearance to record me at this time. So it goes 2 ways, guys. I do know that money, $3,000 or what have you, that you spent is a lot of money, and you feel like I was shoved and I was denigrated and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, Ezekiel Elliott cannot get back this time. He cannot get back 2017. You see, so everything goes with the flow. Shout out to those that's in the chat.
And he don't care.
And he did what? What did he do?
He just kind of looked and gave a little grin and went about his business. You know.
How disappointed are you?
Very, very. People spend good money to be out here. You know, sponsors. That guy, came out here and paid Andy. Nothing. You know. So you're paying $3,000 for nothing. Not organized whatsoever. Disappointing.
Man, so we talk about disappointment or what have you. We talk about these things, annoyed fans. We talk about this stuff. But at the end of the day, guys, these people are human. They wake up, they go to sleep just like you do. And then on top of that, they are held to a high level of standards. Meaning that, hell, if he pluck his nose, it's going to be on TMZ. If he go to a boat trip out there in Lewis, Lake Lewis out here in Dallas, it's going to be highly, if a lifeguard come out there and talk to him, now it's scrutinized beyond the measures of mind. So all Ezekiel Elliott Camp was talking about is that, hey, I don't mind signing anything, but can you guys do me a favor? Can you go buy my stuff, my equipment, my shirt? It's $25. Normally the shirt is like $50, but it's $25. You sign it, you buy the shirt, I will sign it. But for you to say, hey, I don't want to buy the shirt, but I'll buy it anyway so I can get this signature on the helmet, it's kind of crass in a sense. I would have the same mindset. So you mean to tell me you want my signature, but it's not going to be on my brand, but it's going to be on a brand that the NFL done already snatched money away from me from? Come on, it don't work that way. Let me give a shout out to those that's in the chat box. I really appreciate you guys. The article, I will post a link down below once the video has been completed. The article is here at the startelegram.com. Go there and you can read the full article. It just talks about some of the fans that's been upset. I was not going to do this show on this aspect of it, but I got so many inquiries on this, so I had to go out and do this Art Lugo said, breathe, Law, breathe. You know how it goes, man. But shout out to Sky. Who's this? Sky High. You're the first person to lay wood in the chat box. Salute to you. Let's get this season started already. That's what he's saying. That's what I'm really wanting, because the same fans is upset, the same people that stood in that line forever. Be upset at Roger Goodell. Once you go and retweet Roger Goodell or reach out to Roger Goodell in the NFL and tell them, hey, let's get back to old school Paul Tagliabue type of football. Let the PC football stuff thrown out the window. Let's talk about that aspect of it. And also, hey, we do know that the NFL games are not cheap too, right? Let's go at that angle. Reach out to Roger Goodell. 11:52, man. You the second person that's in the chat box. Art Lugo, you third. You know, you're close, but no cigar, right? Let me see who's on the Facebook side of the world. I really appreciate you guys coming in and tuning into the show. Shout out to you all. First person that's in the Facebook world is Carrie. Shout out to you. Also to, I think that's Rodriguez. Man, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, man. Donovan Smith, training camp is around the corner. It is. Training camp is so close, man. I can almost touch it. We really need to really just focus on football. FOOTBALL. That's what we need to focus on. Autographs, signatures, people being annoyed because they waited in line forever. Sometimes, if you stand in South Texas or South Dallas, getting all the way up to Star Frisco, you got to sometimes go through Highway 75. It's always a mess. Highway 35 is always a mess. Trying to get to the game, trying to get to the parking, it's always a mess. There's always things that you have to value your time from. And sometimes it just not go the way that you want to go. And that's just what you call life. That's just what it is. You spend all your years trying to graduate from high school. And then you graduate from high school to ultimately get to college. And then you finish college. And now you try to get out there into the real world called life. And there's no guarantees to this. You said you spent all this money, over $100,000 for a college, you know, and you get out there and you realize that somebody who worked at Walmart without a degree is your boss. That is what we call life. It's just all about being at the right place at the right time. If you know Ezekiel Elliott personally, you say, look, man, this guy cool. He signed my autograph, or we just kick it and have a conversation. It's not all about autograph, because when you're thinking about autograph, you want to take that particular signature and go out to the masses and sell it, or go out to the masses and showcase it. Just respect people's time. That's all I'm saying. And I do know that some people saying, well, I waited 3,000 hours just to get this guy to not sign this particular article or artifact, whatever it may be called. What rule changes? This is from Member Cup. I like that name. That's a cool, cold name, man. Member Cup. What rule change? What's up, Law? Corona. I love Coronas. Put a little lime in there. Ooh, it'd be right. Shout out to Funky Town. This is Derek, man. William, shout out to you too as well. Hey, let's get football this Sunday. Look, at least around 7 to 8 weeks from now, around this time, we'll be ready to watch the game and get things going in that right direction, right? But don't forget, guys, check out the article. Read it for yourself. Trust what you see with your eyes. Go back and reevaluate what the people said, what they was complaining about. Don't just take my word for it, but this is just my thoughts. These are my opinions. These are not just facts or what have you. These are just me, you know? This is what I feel when I'm talking. So, just let me know how you guys feel in the comment section down below. Oh, who is it? Trent Mack said, bring back Desmond Bryant. Hey, that's what he said, right? You guys let me know whether or not you want to bring back Desmond Bryant. To me personally, that's water under the bridge. Close it down, shut it down, move on. Sometimes in life you have to move on. I do know that he was remarkable at his time at best with the Dallas Cowboys. But it's over with. I can say, hey, bring back Emmett, bring back Michael Irvin, bring back Troy Aikman. Let Troy Aikman be the coach of this team. Let's bring back Tom Landry. Let's bring back Jimmy Johnson. You know, it's not going to happen, guys. Maybe Jimmy Johnson, maybe if the Raiders do something this year and then Cowboys look at it from that aspect of what Gruden did and all this stuff, maybe, but it just depends, you know. But it's crazy in a sense, man. But shout out to everybody that's in this in the chat box. You guys know how I feel. I always like to give you guys my thoughts, my opinions on things on how it happened. Apostle, college is a scam. Them student loans is a scam, man, if you think about it, you know. But knowledge is knowledge. And I always say this, you know, I'm going to just give you guys a little wisdom for the day. You know, I'm not trying to say I'm the brightest man in the world. But what I'm saying is knowledge is knowledge. What's 2 plus 2? I always say this. What's 2 plus 2 is 4, right? You go to China, 2 plus 2 is 4. You go to Yale. You go to Harvard. You go to one of these, go to New Mexico. If you go to Canada, 2 plus 2 is 4. You go to the moon. If you so happen to find yourself on Mars, it's still 4. 2 plus 2 is universal. What I'm saying is it does not matter where you learn it from or how you learn it, but long as you know it. And that's what life is all about too as well. Don't get caught up all in the sauce saying, I got accepted to Yale. I got accepted to Harvard. Whatever you learn or know, it's always best for you to learn it for yourself. And once you know that, knowledge is just like power. It's energy. It cannot be either created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. So once you got it transferred inside of you, just try to share it with everybody else. And that's all the time I have for today. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness or body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and besetted with the help of Almighty, you will get it. And remember, you guys are listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Let's jam on out, baby. Let's get this thing going. Yeah.